got the recipe, and I kept receipts. The smell it covers me. Mods only weed. I just chopped the tree. I didn't stop to breathe. I couldn't stop my greed. It hit me like I'm Creed. No, the game is like I cheat. Gorilla. Yeah, I just
podcast pod chat. This is episode 90, and brought to you by Up South Collective and Guerrilla Mafia family. Got Ailey here with me. Money's not here because niggas got work and shit. But yeah, dog, we just gonna dive right into shit. Actually, we're not. Episode 90, Good Drugs podcast. Boom, that's it. So yeah, we back, black, in this bitch, all that good shit. And before we go on, get your blunts, your bongs, your pens. I got a pen now, whatever this shit's called. I got this shit, a vape. There we go. We got a vape, THCs, all your good shit. Roll it, light it. Good drugs. And just popping shit off. So everybody knows about the trial and shit. Derek, you go ahead and butcher his name if you want.
Chauvin.
There we go.
Chauvin.
He's been convicted of murdering George Floyd. Yeah, and I actually got the report. I think this is the report. Or no, it's not a report. But yeah, we know it's happening. Another shooting happened like right around the corner as this shit was going on the trial, which is kind of crazy. And this is the report from that shooting. Another shooting. So the officer who fatally shot a black man during a traffic stop near Minneapolis mistakenly confused her gun for her taser. Police officials. Yeah, this is the one about the lady coming out with the taser saying she thought it was a taser, but it was a gun, which is weird. But anyways,
that's bullshit.
Yeah, so police officials said on Monday, quickly releasing video as they tried to ease tensions and stayed on edge over the Derek bullshit trial. In a brief clip of body camera video, officers from the Brooklyn Center Police Department can be seen trying to handcuff the driver, which we all seen the video, and before he suddenly lurches back into the car, and then he gets shot. We all saw the damn video. This wasn't justified. I'm just trying to figure out like what was just weird to me about the whole thing is all right. So like the shots and shit like went off, right? But the police officer that was right by the nigga who got shot was just like sitting there like this was normal shit, like no jump back, no nothing. Like nigga just was just like, oh shit, he got shot. He closed his door and he drove off. And it was like the fuck. It was just kind of weird. Like this is normal. This is like it is, yeah. like this is weird.
It's really bullshit, and it makes me think that none of you motherfuckers are trained at all for anything other than shooting a black nigga. And then like what made me say that is like I don't know if you ever held a gun. Or a taser. Totally I don't know if you held any of that.
Yeah.
Fam, a gun, a fully loaded clip, your gun's heavy. You're not just mistaking that for a taser. It's like that excuse been used so many times. So like, at what point do we like stop giving you niggas guns then? Like, especially for traffic stops. Like, I don't get it. It seems like traffic stops leads to more murders than anything.
Yeah, I think I had mentioned I never had that type of instance, but I have that instance like not pull out the car, but like get out the car, search all that extra shit. And it could have got to that point, but I mean this nigga just wanted to get in his car and like leave. Obviously, like he just either had some place to go or like even if he had a warrant or whatever the fuck the case may be, like he's getting in his car and he's driving, like he's getting in his car. Like there's no reason to shoot draw your weapon out. Like there's no reason for that. I don't know what protocol they have by that shit, but
I thought it was being supposed to shoot niggas in the back. Like I thought that was like a thing way back when.
Yeah, I thought
like,
you got like
you can't keep shooting fleeing suspects. Yeah, like that's insane. Like how you fear for your life from somebody running away from you?
She's supposedly like been on the force, so like
they all have.
It don't matter if there's a rookie or 20 years on the force. Like all these niggas on the same shit. So and I didn't want to like dwell too much on the shooting shit, but like. During this time, I just was like, fuck it. I'm just going to see what because there was another shooting that happened, like a 4-year-old girl or some shit got shot. I couldn't really like.
13-year-old girl, I think 14-year-old girl.
So what happened was I just got on Google. I was like, fuck it. I don't know who got shot, what happened. I'm going to type in 4-year-old girl. Lo and behold, like 20 different articles of like teenagers getting shot within like the past week just like popped up.
One kid got shot in school like in the bathroom. It's like, fam, all right, y'all shooting kids in school too?
Yeah. Like, and I don't know if like. Never mind. I don't want to say that. Fuck it.
I feel like
be safe.
I feel like you can't say certain shit because like they're gonna call it like hate speech or like we trying to like start a riot or some shit. But it's like, fam, this shit is wild.
But teach your kids gun control. I would say that. That's what I'm gonna say. Like more educated.
Buy your kids.
Buy your kids. Yes. Buy your kids. Weapons.
Sad to say,
yes.
They need vests.
Yes, they need all that. Yeah. All that shit is needed. Definitely.
In a war zone.
Like, yeah, dog. Good drugs. Yeah, we black,
super
black. And yeah, so shootings keep happening. They're gonna keep happening. I'm probably gonna keep reporting them because they're gonna keep happening. So yeah, moving on. So there was I don't know where this came from. Believe me, this shit don't be coming out of like thin air. Like either I see this shit like on Twitter or on Twitter. So like there was a big thing about like cultural appropriation shit going on. Even like locally, and I'm not gonna like it's not that serious to be like locally shit, but locally where I'm from, bro, you know you know me, bro. That's why I ain't tweet nothing because I was like, fuck it. So I don't know like exact specifics of shit, but I'm just gonna go into what actual cultural appropriation is. So fuck who did what, why or what, fuck it. This shit happens. And so cultural appropriation. It's an adoption of an element or elements of one culture or identity by members of another culture or identity. So basically, if say what's a good example? Say we grew up on a street, right? We grew up on First Street. Everybody in this room grew up on First Street. And then niggas from Second Street find out that there's a First Street, so they come over to First Street, and on First Street we got basketball hoops. Nobody else has basketball hoops. Nobody's ever seen a fucking basketball hoop. They're like, damn, First Street making basketball hoops. What's the basketball hoops? They give it the whole rundown of the basketball hoop. It's all right, boom. Second Street starts making fucking basketball hoops. Know what that is? It's culture appropriation. Like whether like a nigga like went to First Street and First Street was like, yes, you can use our basketball hoops, or you just got the shit and decided that it's your shit now. Like that's what cultural appropriation is, and it is for sale. So like when like the topic comes up of like cultural appropriation, like we get mad about. I take offense to it when it comes to like hip hop and shit like that, things that come from hip hop. But then I also have to look at shit like this shit's for sale though, kind of, where it's like literally like we literally sell culture to a point where yeah, we can get mad about certain shit getting taken from us and shit, but certain things we don't have to let people have, or we can just let people know straight up like, no, this is ours, versus letting like all the culture out, all the fashion out, all the whatever out, and then people taking the shit. And where's the lighter? I need a lighter. Thank you, man. And yeah, so what the fuck this is?
That's a torch.
What is this?
Bro, just press the button, bro. God.
But yeah, so so what we have today is like it's everywhere around us, coach. Like it's everywhere around us, but specifically in like I guess like hip hop, we take offense to it because we still feel like it's ours, even though we sold it off. So I guess like what is before I even like keep going, you keep going.
I think the bigger issue, fam, is that when we do it, it's looked at as a certain way versus when another race does it. So like people see black men with dreads and they assume, oh, dirty, matted, nappy hair. But then a white dude got dreads, not saying no names, but a white dude gets dreads and then it's boom, oh, that's the style now. That's how it's cool to look like that. Even with gauges, like that, like white people with gauges is a form of cultural appropriation. That wasn't like that's an African thing, like from lip plates and stuff like that. So I think that's the big issue. It's like when we do it, it's looked at as wrong or negative. But when another race does it, it's praised and it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. And
is it possibly because like we don't care for like the profit off it? Is that probably like possible? Like because all right, fuck it. There's a thing in Gainesville, Florida, where a fucking a designer they're saying that he was culture appropriating the hip hop scene in Gainesville, Florida, because he's not from the scene. And they were trying to make a thing like, no, he's not, blah, 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 because he helps out and such. But the bottom line is, like, definition clearly says if you're not from the scene, then that's what you're doing. But my thing is, if rappers and shit are fucking with the nigga, right? And they're doing business or whatever and making like profits off it. Like, I guess that's my question. Like, is it looked at that because we don't care for the profits off it? Like, we'll create the best shit in the world and not sell it, not care to sell it, or not know that we can sell the shit. Like Basquiat, for instance. Basquiat's like a great example. Like, nigga was creating the greatest paintings, greatest pictures ever the niggas ever seen, and niggas was in the hood was like, nigga, you can go down these white folks and sell this shit, bruh. But he wasn't even like thinking about that shit. He was just like,
well, is that an artist? Is that an artist type thing, or is that like, because like not all artists are money hungry. Like, you have some artists who purely like create art and like they just happen to get paid for it. So like, what is that? Is that an artist type thing? Is that a money type thing? Because like, I don't really know how you, like, I get it, like how you can say someone's like dressing a certain way. Yeah. Like, I get that. I understand that. But like, what funds comes from that? Like, if a nigga just goes buy a bunch of clothes that he see black people wearing, like, yeah, that's cultural appropriation. But who's the money going to? Like, are you paying black designers,
no, of course not. So like for instance, like like designers and shit for the longest, like we were buying a lot of their clothes before they even started hiring like black designers and shit. And a lot of these places only have like one top nigga type shit. So it's not like a whole crew of just niggas creating shit. So like, and a lot of this shit they got from like hip hop. We're like, oh, hip hop likes shit like this. Let's make our shit like this. Or, you feel me? So it's like, I don't know. The cultural appropriation shit is like, I get mad about the shit too, because I understand it, where it's like, niggas like don't have a choice but to be this type shit. Like, we can't, like, we grew up in this, we have to be this. Like, we can't, there's no other way to go about our life, and you're literally making a profit from shit that we just wake up and do every day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that from the respect, from the profit, from how it's perceived to other people, like, yeah, all of that is lumped into cultural appropriation, really. Because like, if we started, like, let's say we just started fucking rocking all our dreads to the fucking left for some reason, like that's what we do now. Everybody rock their dreads to the left, and then like that shit becomes like a big thing, and now like you got other races growing dreads, and now they rock all their shit to the left. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it like, what made you start doing that?
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, if that shit becomes profitable though, that's when it seems like it matters.
I mean, they make fake dreads like out with like white texture hair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so it is profitable.
Fake extensions with white hair. Like, yeah, that's the thing. that's going on.
That's funny.
It's crazy, but yeah. Because I was trying to think about it too, and then like, boom, it's happening.
So I guess I'm just looking at it from both aspects, both spectrums, both whatever the fuck you call that shit, ends of the shit, dog. Both ends of the shit, bruh. Shit. Both ends of the shit.
He said it the first time.
Both ends of the shit, bruh. So yeah, good drugs. And we are black once again. And hi. So along with like culture appropriation. I'm start slurring because I'm high. So we got to blend in with this shit. There's like a so I always talk about like shit being spiritual before it becomes physical, right? So and if you're like a in tune listener that you've been listening since like the early episodes, then you understand where I'm going with this. So I finally coined the term. It's a psychological spiritual hijacking, where basically it's an attack on like consciousness, where you can see like just on normal shit, where like mass shootings, even like the whole aspect of wanting to go to war and take over another part, conquer some land that isn't yours. Like, this type of shit is like spiritual. It's your consciousness like being taken over. So what it's used for warfare against human consciousness usually, like where like through media and all this other shit. And it's when a group of people steal a culture and history, that's why it goes into cultural appropriation, but it doesn't really, and claim it as their own, giving credit, or in most cases not giving credit to the root of the source where it originated from, and result taking credit as their own original idea and presenting it as such in a way to manipulate and control, quote unquote, enslave the mind or the minds from that which it originated from. So yeah, it's a real thing out here where you see
so what, like, you mean like school, like history class, social studies,
all that shit, like all that shit plays education plays a part, like yeah, all that shit, bro. Where, like, for instance, in Australia they have they're teaching kids about like transgender shit to like normalize it.
What about the native Australians?
What about the native Australians?
Yeah, are they teaching them about them? I don't know how their history go. I just know, like, don't they have what is it? Don't they got like an England flag?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's exactly.
Crazy. Yeah,
exactly.
But it's like a it's like we wonder why like history and shit like repeats itself, or themes seem to don't get better, or like they don't get better. Things seem to get worse, and shit just seems to be like in turmoil all the time, or I don't know. It's just like a weird. Then the government tries to play like the hero type thing. It's a psychological spiritual hold that is like based on religion. One, that's why religion's push like throughout. All right, fucking, I'm finna go into it. So religion, like all religion came from one source, right? And them not giving credit to that one source where it originated from, leaves the door open to niggas saying, oh, it came from here and this is the original source. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like the Bible, for instance. Like if you don't tell anybody where you got that shit from, then you can say, oh no, this is the start of it, and everything started from here, or the Torah, or whatever the fuck religion Bible that you go off of. So with that even being the root of the source, that fucks up like everything, because then you have, because religion shouldn't be a fight, but it is a fight. Like a lot of things are fights that shouldn't be fights, where it's like people are just off track spiritually, and not even on no like God shit, but just on like good positive vibes, good positive spirits type shit.
I don't even think people like I don't think people think about their spirit or their spiritualness, or
yeah, but that's the first thing that communicates with anything, with like within yourself, like your mind when you're thinking, like that's your spirit talking to yourself, that's your soul, like you're talking to yourself.
No, I understand. I'm saying, yeah. I don't think people grasp that shit, because like look how fucked up things are going. Like I don't think people grasp that. Because I mean, if you can go shoot 14 random people and still feel good about yourself, or feel good about anything, like you wouldn't think about your spirit or your soul when you went out and took fucking 14 lives.
No, not at all. But yeah, but and like also like this shit happens through like I done broke down like the whole music and the devil interval, and like that's the level that music's being played at now, where it like literally numbs your consciousness. So it's like a lot of shit that goes into it, and I just think I finally just coined this. I guess I just wanted to throw it out there. Is where the fucking psychological spiritual hijacking situation here.
I mean, a lot of people. I keep saying a lot of people. I don't know none of you motherfuckers. I don't know niggas neither. I'm just saying, like, it definitely seems like a lot of people are like trapped in like you said, either it's like the social media era, or like you fiending for likes, or you
don't even know it. Like that's the thing about it. That's the thing about like when your consciousness is hijacked, like you don't know it. like a nigga can tell you, hey bro, you're off a little bit, but you don't know it because you're.
But now when you tell me that,
yeah,
fuck it, I sit back and I'm like, you know what? I was wilding. Let me get back on my shit. Like that's somebody like I'm aware of that shit.
Yeah, but the usual like human being, I wouldn't say would know that, because if they did, we wouldn't have all this crazy shit.
I believe that. I believe that so fucking truly. But at the same time, it's like I have to always go back to like what kind of environment were you brought up in? Because like me and you both, I think me and you both brought up in like church. We go to church.
Yeah, and church does instill good morals. Like if you take the good morals from it, it does. But yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yes, it instills good morals.
Shouldn't have to pay for morals though.
No, you should.
That shit should be some good morals should definitely be free.
And if that nigga talking on the pulpit got a Benz, I want a motherfucking Benz.
Oh no, we ain't going there. We ain't even going there, bro. We not going there. That's a whole another topic. We off to that.
But yeah, man, y'all niggas. This was the Good Drugs podcast. Pod chat. This was episode 90. Brought to you by South Collective and Gorilla Mafia family. Shout out to nigga AD. I'm my father. Shout out to nigga AD. This was in D-Dub Studios. What is it called? That's what it's called. DMS.
I'm gonna say D-Dub.
I will butcher some shit, bro. DMS Studios. The production was brought by Made in 93. Yeah, dog. Y'all niggas stay up, be safe, stay dangerous. Good job.